Welcome to Story Time with Aunt Sunny. I am reading stories from this collection, Solomon and the Ant. This particular story is called The Rich Man's Reward. Now, if you were to find a bag of money or a wallet without identification, how would you go about finding its owner? How would a judge be able to determine the rightful owner? Well, in this story, you will discover a clever way of reasoning in order to arrive at a just judgment, to reward honesty and punish deception and greed. A girl finds the money. A girl named Esther was coming into town at harvest time. It was a busy time of year, and crowds of people were heading to the marketplace to buy and sell, and Esther noticed a small leather bag on the ground. It was a plain leather bag, but it was the kind that many people carried. When she looked inside, she found 100 gold coins. She stared hard at those coins, and she shut the bag. She wanted to hide it under her jacket and run home. She thought of everything she could buy with so much money. And then she thought, this isn't mine. Someone's lost it. I need to return it to its owner. And it wasn't difficult for her to find out who had lost it. Barak was the richest man in town and was standing outside his store yelling, "I've lost a bag of gold. I'll give half the money to whoever brings it back. Half the money." Everyone was rushing around looking for the bag. The whole town was in an uproar. "I found your money," said Esther. At first, Barak didn't even hear the girl. He was too busy talking. He was talking to adults. And finally, Esther held up the bag in front of Barak's face and said, "Here is your money." When Barak saw the bag, he grabbed it out of Esther's hand. Everyone else congratulated Esther for being so honest. "You'll get half the money as a reward," they said. "Isn't that true, Barak?" And Barak said nothing. He just held the bag tightly. "Count the money, Barak," they said. So Barak counted out the coins very slowly as everyone watched, and when he finished counting, "Can you count to 100? Evidently Esther could. He stared hard at the coins and shut the bag, and then he said, "Something's wrong. There are only 100 coins in this bag, and there should be 200. People whispered to each other, maybe Esther's not as honest as we thought. Maybe she took half the money for herself, and now she's trying to get even more." Esther blushed. "All the coins are there. I didn't take a thing." "First you steal, and now you lie," said Barak. "You can keep the 100 coins you took. That was going to be the reward. But you won't get any more from me." "That's not true, and that's not fair," said Esther. She wanted to run away, but now she had to stay just to prove she wasn't dishonest. Everyone was talking, and no one knew what to do until someone went to get the rabbi. And Rabbi Cohen always knew what to do and how to do it. When he arrived, he asked, "What's the problem?" Barak shouted out, "That girl is a thief and a liar." And the rabbi asked the people, "Has this girl ever stolen or lied to any of you all before?" And the people said, "No, she's always been fine and decent." And then they thought about Barak, and they remembered things that he had done that wasn't quite so fine or decent. Barak scowled and said, "I lost a bag with 200 gold coins." And Esther said, "I found this bag, but it only had 100 coins. And Barak turned to the rabbi and said angrily, "You decide. Who are you going to call dishonest? Me or that girl?" The rabbi looked carefully at Barak and then at Esther. "I don't need to call anyone anything," said the rabbi. "Barak lost a bag with 200 coins. Esther found a bag with 100 coins. Obviously, the bag that Esther found is not Barak's." "What?" Barak sputtered. The rabbi ignored him, put his hand on Esther's shoulder, and said, "You are a fine and decent person, Esther. Since no one claims to have lost a bag with 100 coins, this now belongs to you." He gave the bag to Esther, and everyone cheered because Esther got what she deserved, and so did Barak. So she ended up with that money, but she ended up with having it with a clear conscience. And everybody got a chance to have a great story, you included.